Hi there folks, my name's NovaWing24 and welcome to another little review of an FSX Steam Edition product. So today we are here with quite possibly one of the most famous races of the 1930s, the great era of air racing. So we've got the Alabeo's GB Model Z, Model Z, depending on from where you are in the world, of course. Alrighty, so as I said, this we are here in FSX Steam Edition, so this is the Steam Edition optimized version of Alabeo's product here. And we're going to be having a look at it as usual. We're going to have a look at the exterior, and then we're going to pop into the office, as it were, and then we're going to head over and have a quick little flight. Now, first of all, I want to say thank you very much to Dovetail Games for supplying the review copy of this fantastic little aircraft. And well, fantastic is going to be a relative term. I'll let you know that shortly. So first of all, as I said, we're going to have a look. We're having a look at the exterior modelling. Now, exterior modelling. Well, what can I say? It's an Alabeo product. You can see already the shadowing and the reflection lines is just absolutely incredible. It really is detailed. The sound set as well of this beautiful, huge Wasp Junior radial is just awesome. It just sounds so good. It really does. And it's interesting the history behind the GB, which we'll go through shortly as well as we go for a bit of a flight. But it just looks amazing. This is the faithfully reproduced color scheme. There was only one of these aircraft actually built, though you do get 3 delivery options, though only one actually was in real life, which is the one we're looking at here, the city of Springfield. Alright, so now that we've had a look at the outside and we've heard some of those beautiful sounds. By the way, folks, we are here at Reno Stead Airport. I figured for a racing aircraft, what better airport to actually go for a quick flight around. Alright, let's enough of me waffling on around the outside. Let's jump into the cockpit. Alright, so here we are in the office, of course. Now, it's cramped. It's really cramped. By the way, you're not going to be taking this up for any night flying, by the way, guys. There is no lighting at all. Okay, this was it really does sort of, yeah, it's true in the sense that it is the original racer. It is simply, it goes fast and that's about it. It goes fast. It's very interesting to actually try and control and fly, and very interesting and stuff like that. And we've got very awesome looking period gauges and stuff like that as well, and as this looks great. Now, from what I can tell, this is based on the reproduction. It's sort of a hybrid between the original aircraft, so the original dimensions, the original flight dynamics, flight characteristics, just with a modern radio chucked in the front here as well. So probably the only non sort of standard piece of equipment that we get there. But it's not only is the exterior modelling amazing, the interior modelling is just absolutely divine. Like the detailing on the wood paneling and the wood graining is just awesome. It really is really cool. So very awesome work. Now, you feel like you're in a bit of a sort of a prison here, because that's pretty much what you are. So yeah, it's really tight in here. Alright, so it's going to taxi out. Now, this is going to be the first thing. As you notice here, you can't see a lot. You really can't. Like, as I said, this aircraft was designed for the times when it was air racing was really in its heyday. So the 1930s, so developed in 1931, so middle of the Great Depression, and it was developed by the Grandville brothers because they had a line of aircraft, and they wanted an aircraft they could sort of promote their range of sporting type aircraft. And they figured, what better way to do it than get a absolutely awesome aircraft out there to win a couple of races, to fund development of all their other future projects. So much like companies sort of do these days as well. So yeah, this was the thing. It was all made for the grand total of less than $5,000 US, which at the time was still expensive, but still very affordable for what it was. And essentially it was the mating of the smallest possible airframe with the largest possible engine anyone could get their hands on. So this is the result we have. Now, as I was saying before, there are quite some challenges from putting a very large engine at the front of a very small airframe, i.e. you can't see squat when you're on the ground and on approach for landing. So I'm dreading trying to land this thing. FYI, I've had this for a little bit. I've had this for a couple of days, and yeah, okay. I'll be honest. I've read through the flight manuals. I've read through all the guides and the UGCs, watched some videos, and I'm yet to be able to take off or land this thing without crashing. So I have turned my crash detection off, so this should be highly entertaining for everybody. Alright, now we're lined up on the runway, at least I think we're lined up on the runway. We're sort of going to cheat here a bit with the gradient of simulation. We can sort of lean out a little bit here. There we go. Alright, now we've got fair winds. This is the thing that I like about simulation, is that you can cheat and sort of lean outside the cockpit, which you couldn't do on the real aeroplane. Alright. Okay. Now, I know at 55 knots we've got to push the nose down a little bit. Very gradually open the throttle. Alright. You just hear that engine just kicking over. Go the way here. Okay. You can definitely get the feeling why this thing developed a reputation for killing its pilots, which was sort of the darker history we'll get to in a moment. Yeah, not the prettiest of takeoffs. Sorry, guys. So, whew, okay. Anyway, so this, whew, I do feel the slight Muppet right about now. I really do. Anyway, so we're gonna, as I say, we're going to have a look at this aircraft. So as it is absolutely amazing. It is a beautiful rendition of this aircraft. Looks absolutely incredible. And as you can tell, its flight characteristics, very well modelled. This is what happens when you're doing a video and you're sort of not paying attention to what you're doing. You're looking at beautiful visuals and not necessarily looking where your aircraft is going. So it looks absolutely amazing. It flies just like the real thing, which is a challenge, to say the least. So this aircraft, there was only one of them made, as I alluded to earlier, and it won its competition. It won every competition that it entered, and then the pilot of it sort of went through. Okay, well, he's going to try and set the world landplane speed record. I get the words out today. And so they actually upgraded the engine to a Wasp Senior, which actually was going to be pretty cool. But what it also meant was that he unofficially did break the speed record, unofficially, as it was just coming through the timing gates, and then unfortunately, sadly, the what's believed to be a fuel cap actually departed from the wing of the aircraft, and actually then impacted into the canopy and actually incapacitated the pilot, which caused control sort of manipulation, and then one of the wings came off, and it actually become one of the most infamous and famous pieces of aviation sort of disaster footage ever. So sort of the bit of a sad legacy of this aircraft, and so the aircraft was written off and destroyed. But yeah, unofficially it did hold the world land plane speed record. From this aircraft, though, it was developed into the GB Model R. So this is Model Z, the first one, and the Model R was developed from it, and actually went on to have a fairly successful career also in the air racing circuit. Unfortunately, though, the string of bad luck with Grandville Brothers aircraft did continue, and quite a few on their aircraft ended up sadly killing quite a few pilots of the time, but they still remain impressive aircraft. But as you can see, it's very unforgiving, and I'm really grateful for Alabeo for creating the dynamics to replicate that it is a very unforgiving aircraft. And you know what, if you're looking for a challenge, if you're looking to really get challenged for your flying skills, this is probably going to be an airplane you really want to get your hands on. It really is. Because, yeah, as you can see from my disastrous takeoff, it is very, very unforgiving. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to come in for, I'm going to come in for a attempt to come in for a landing here. Now, here's the thing, no speed brakes, no flaps, and as you can see, because you're high angle of attack, you can't really see a great deal. So you've got to be very careful when you're coming in for approach and landing. So we're going to try coming in here. Now the idea is you've got to get the speed down, but you've got to keep the aircraft up, and you can't apply the brakes until you slow down quite significantly. Oh, oops, a daisy. Okay, and just got to let it naturally settle. Okay, we can start to do now. There we are, and we just felt the tail just stud there, and now we can start applying the brakes. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, as I said, my sort of pre-landing test for this. Yeah, I applied the brakes too early. Ended up going face planting into the runway here at Reno. So, yeah. As I said, it's a challenge. It is one hell of a challenge, this aircraft. So, if you're looking for an aircraft to challenge you, this is going to be something that you want to seriously consider adding to your hangar, because it is a challenge. It is definitely not for the faint-hearted, this aircraft. So, look, I do want to say, as I said, it's a challenge. I've really got no other way to describe it. I really don't. It was a challenge in real life, and it is a challenge in Flight Simulator as well. So I really have to hand it to Alabeo for capturing the difficulties of this aircraft and its uniqueness in the aviation history world. So thank you very much, Alabeo, for doing that. Alright, so as I said, this is available for FSX Steam Edition. There is a boxed edition version available as well, but you know, you can purchase it now for your FSX Steam Edition directly through Steam. So wrapping up, folks, look, this is a interesting little add-on. I'll be honest, it is not going to be for everyone. If you are looking for something to really challenge your piloting and flying skills, you are going to seriously want to look at getting this. You really are. If you're looking for something easy to fly and going to have all the mod cons, don't even think about it. Just don't, because it is... okay, I'm no professional pilot. I like to think of myself as a fairly experienced simulator pilot, but this thing is unforgiving as hell. So, yeah. Be warned. Be warned. Alright, but if it does tickle your fancy, which I hope it does, you definitely grab it. Amazing, beautiful piece of simulation kit for you. Amazing sound set, amazing visuals, and challenging flight dynamics. Alright folks, thank you very much for joining me once again. Thanks again to Alabeo for creating this awesome add-on. Thank you to Dovetail Games for supplying this review copy. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to see more coming up through the channel. And if you want to keep in touch with me and all the other things that I'm up to between videos, don't forget you can find me on Facebook and on Twitter. Just search NovaWing24. Alright folks, thanks very much for watching. Take care, safe skies to all, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.